from Hebrews 11. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. And this is what the ancients were commended for. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. How in the world does God reveal to us that which cannot be seen? The universe formed at God's command? We do engage with creation and can peer into that which is largely invisible to the naked eye because we receive pictures of deep space, confirming there's a vastness far beyond our sights. The very edges of what we see say to us, there is more. We can peer into electronic microscopes that study the tiniest bits of matter. These electron microscopes give us a vision, but there's still that which cannot yet be seen. There's always that which the lens cannot capture, taunting us. There is more. What is in our sights? The turmoil of human activity, threats of war and violence, signs of political collapse across the world. And yes, but sending its reverberations here. Is not our heart stirred to fear? What is in our sights? The warming of February and now the heat of March. Nature has sent a signal. Rising waters, violent winds. Do not these things shake us from our complacent moorings? Sometimes God allows storms to rage. From Psalm 107. God commanded and raised the stormy wind, which lifted up the waves of the sea, and those at sea in ships mounted up to the heavens. They went down to the depths. Their courage melted away in the calamity. They reeled and staggered like drunkards and were at their wits' end. And this from a psalm. Mark 4. And leaving the crowd behind, they took Jesus with them in the boat, just as he was. It's kind of a funny phrase. Just as he was. Other boats were with him. A great windstorm arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that the boat was already being swamped. But he was at the stern, asleep on a cushion. And they woke him up and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" And waking up, he rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Be silent, be still." And then the wind ceased, and there was a dead calm. He said to them, "Why are you afraid?" Why are you afraid? These are fishermen. Fishermen know. Dead calm? Not necessarily good news, right? Dead calm. C.B. Cookery, devotion writer, said, "When facing a storm in life, most of us prefer that God would simply speak and hush the storm to a whisper. But instead, sometimes he lets the storm rage and calms his child." And if you ever witness God's unfathomable greatness in action during times of extreme distress, you will gain a divinely deeper understanding of his limitless power and love than you would if he simply calmed the storm. In turbulent times, your faith is stretched and expanded to new limits, and you receive a marvelous insight when hope in God is all you have left. His grace, protection, and provision are sufficient to help you weather any tempestuous circumstances. Rolling seas and violent winds rocked the boat launched by skilled fishermen. And Jesus was content to sleep. The invisible being revealed in the storm's center, something beyond the violence and threat. There is nothing before you or around you that can shake you from faith's grounding force. While you might cry out and even quiver in your boots, God has the universe, including yours within the greater one, in loving hands. While you might think the only response to the threat before you is to bail water as fast as you can and in panic stir others to fear, you do have another option, and that is to curl up right next to Jesus at the boat's bottom until God asks something else of you. Calm to the waves, calm to the wind. Jesus whispers, "Peace, be still." Balm to our hearts, fears at an end. In stillness, hear his voice. Never alone, never to fear. All God's power and love is near. With all the saints, may we comprehend the breadth and the depth of God's love.